I can tell you that it is a whole, and it's a big one, and it is shared by every province in the country, every state in the union below us, and nations around the world. This has been catastrophic for globalism. It's been catastrophic for the economy. Minister James will be releasing details, I believe, second week in July, when we're getting closer to the end of the first quarter, so that British Columbians can have an accurate understanding. But it would be my speculation at this point. I do know that we're doing everything we can to meet the needs of businesses and to meet the needs of people during this period. The economy is people. Whether you write the check or cash the check, you need each other. And we're focused on making sure that businesses can get through this and that the employees that they depend on can also get through this.
And I know we're going to get that detailed update in July, but what can you say about what steps you're taking to stabilize the economy, to kind of flatten that other curve?
Well, one of the things we did from the beginning, and again, it was with guidance from Dr. Henry and her officials, as well as WorkSafe, was to, instead of just appealing to the shut it all down, I remember very vividly in March and into April being at this podium and having appeals from media representatives saying this province or that province is doing this or that, why won't you? And we have charted our own course from the beginning, because our approach, and certainly Dr. Henry's approach, was how do we solve the problem rather than just identify the problem. And so the construction sector, for example, we worked very hard to keep construction going, admittedly in a different form than it had been in January and February, but it kept going. And it's very easy to shut something down, very difficult to start it up. And I can point to examples across the country, but I know your paper, Justine, has inventoried those in other provinces, so I don't need to do it here. But one example would be K-12 education. There was other provinces picked dates arbitrarily and said we're going to be back on this date. We didn't do that until we were comfortable from public health, based on the science and based on working with stakeholders, whether they be teachers, administrators, support staff, trustees. We worked together to find a way to have the month of June as a test case so we could understand how we can best proceed with the new school year in September. And that, this past 3 weeks, has been critically important to helping us shape how we go forward in September. This is a good day for British Columbia as we together go into phase 3. But we need to remember we are not leaving COVID-19 behind. It is here in every corner of British Columbia, and we need to behave accordingly. And we need to prepare ourselves, not just as individuals, but our economy to manage that. And that includes K-12, it includes post-secondary education, it includes a whole host of activities that all involve people. And that's been our focus, and will continue to be our focus until we find the relief that Dr. Henry talked about, a vaccine or some other therapies to help us through this.